Hey guys, what's going on? Sincere here with whoissincere.com, Twitter, Sincere Speaks, and make sure you visit secretnewworld.com. We're doing some awesome new things there to try to put some money in people's pockets. Listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you my breakdown of the Democratic uh, debate that actually happened last night on NBC. First of all, O'Malley, Clinton, and Sanders. Only three people on the Democratic stage, and considerably more people on the Republican side. That's one major thing. So, as far as I had some people ask me, well, who do you see winning this election and taking over the White House? Do you see the Dems doing it or the Republicans? And I said the Republicans easily. Just based off of the fact of if you watched any of my YouTubes, then you know what I've showed in detail to you in 1990, how Donald Trump was illustrated to win this position and how it would actually happen. And since I've actually showed that some months ago, things have certainly been panning out very interestingly. So I believe the Republicans will win the White House. Do I want that to happen? No, I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like Ben Carson. Really like anybody from that side. Ted Cruz. Um, Anybody else. I've advocated for some of actually Rubio's economic policies regarding jobs. And that's just about it. I thought he had a very brilliant speech at one time talking about creating employment for the young people here in America for tomorrow, especially integrating with our technology sector. But that's about as far as I've come on the Republican side, as far as really liking anybody. But the Democratic side, that's what we're here to talk about anyway. O'Malley didn't get a lot of time to actually talk, and I wish we would have got a chance to hear more of what he had to say. Although I believe more of what he had to say, I don't believe it would have been any more substantive than Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton. I believe those two are just they've been doing this for a really long time. Not to say that O'Malley hasn't, he has as well. But I think that they have an understanding of the issues a little bit better. But O'Malley's presence was definitely a good presence there on that stage. And I believe that, he just didn't get a fair shot as speaking as much. Everyone was there to see Sanders versus Clinton and to see how that would actually pan out. So, how do I think Clinton did? How do I think Sanders did? I think Clinton did a lot of backpedaling tonight. And what I mean by backpedaling, meaning that she ran against Barack Obama before she also served under him. She's been highly critical of Barack Obama and has also been supportive of Barack Obama at the same time. Uh, During this debate, she didn't take any kind of significant stance as far as standing against Barack Obama and his policies that have certainly weakened this economy and this country. Now, people will argue and say, "Well, he brought us back from this. He brought us back from this. He brought us back from this." And I tell those same people, "Show me the data, get me the statistics, and show me the hard numbers." And then when you get me those statistics, hit the streets and talk to the people. And I guarantee you, there's a common theme here. It doesn't match. You talk to the people that are still struggling in everyday America, and they're not feeling any of the effects of the Obama administration in a positive way in their lives. The healthcare, it's broken. So, to say that you support something that's broken is essentially wrong. It's not about how many people we can cover, it's about how many people can really use the insurance. If you're covered and you still can't afford to go to the doctor because of the copay, then you're still in the same boat. So that's something that I believe we need to address. We have to get by these political talking points that a lot of the candidates seem to do. So that's my view on Clinton. She, was living in Barack's shadow, or is living in Barack's shadow when it's comfortable or convenient to live in his shadow. When it's not comfortable or convenient, she'll get in front of another audience and pretty much down the president and say that everything that he did was wrong. So, you got a lot of flip flopping going on there with Clinton. And I agree with the latter. And most of the things that Barack actually did were wrong. It was not the change that he promised during his initial, run for the White House, and he duped everyone. So I'm so happy I didn't vote for him, and that's a big reason why I didn't vote for him, because I didn't trust him and I didn't believe him. Everyone was caught up in this change thing, and you can't trust and believe that when you don't have somebody that's ever, run on that platform before. And that was our grave error as a country with Barack Obama. This man has never ran on that platform before and has never changed anything before. So, for us to put so much belief and hope into somebody to change something, that was ill-guided and misplaced energy. And the same thing is now happening for Trump. This man has never led anything, politically speaking, in this country before, except for led from behind by giving corrupt politicians more money every year. Every single year you can think of, he's giving money to corrupt politicians who he knows are corrupt, the ones that he's complaining about, but yet he still lined their pockets heavily. So, we're dealing with the same beast. We're dealing with the same thing. A lot of promises and no verifiable way to really see where those promises are coming from, to see the motivations of those promises. We hear the same rhetoric that we hear every presidential race. I'm here for the middle class. I'm here for the poor person. We're going to make America a great nation again. And all of these same things. It's the same platform that Obama ran on, and Trump is running on it now. So for you folks that don't like Obama, there's a certain thing called plagiarism, and Trump is practicing a lot of plagiarism. So I believe that Sanders did an excellent job. I mean, a tremendously excellent job defending his points, his positions. He wasn't dodging questions. He answered a lot of questions. Do I agree with him on every point? No, I don't. There's certain things in gun control I don't agree with. And there's a certain way to tax people that I believe, we can look into that a little bit more. But I do believe in the overall premise of what he's saying, and that's to take the billionaire class out of Washington, to remove their influence. If we don't ever remove their influence, then what are we talking about? And we can't, hire a guy for president that is of the billionaire class, because that's never going to remove the influence of the billionaire class. So we have an ideological breakdown. We have, most Americans are very upset with the way that the country has been run and pretty much ran into the ground. But we have those same Americans that are refusing to see that the billionaire people that are behind these politicians have run it into the ground. And we've allowed them to do that, whether they're billionaire bankers or billionaire business moguls. The billionaire class has financed the political disruptions that we've noticed here in our nation. And because of it, we have not become stronger. So if we elect or select somebody like Donald Trump to walk in there, then we're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So what do we do different? We listen to Bernie Sanders and listen to what he's saying. It makes perfect sense. It's the same thing that Lessig was saying. The same exact thing. We need to go ahead and change the process by which we select our presidents and the ability of the platform that they run on. If you have $1 billion, it's a lot easier to run on a platform, and it's also a lot easier to lie about corruption. If you don't have that kind of money, then you have to rely on the people. And I believe that in this American-based society, we should be relying on the people for the elections, because that's who's supposed to be picking the president. So my overall analysis is Bernie Sanders definitely took home this debate by a landslide. As a matter of fact, the Huffington Post had him ahead of Hillary Clinton by over 30% as far as winning. And O'Malley was just in the single digits. So that's my breakdown of the Democratic debate, and also of, just the race in general. I would say keep your eyes open, keep your hearts open, keep your ears open, and make wise decisions. Don't just let these guys tell you things. Really look into it. And that's my take on it, guys. As always, stay alert, stay alive. Make sure you subscribe. Talk to you soon.